What is up, YouTube? Back. We are. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna hurt myself. So it's gonna be a quick video. Talk about this Mid Canada card that did have some decent moments. Let's get right into it. Bekzat Almakan. Destroy Brad Katona with the right uppercut. Timing was down the whole fight for all like 3 minutes of it. Finally landed flush. I think that's the first person to finish Katona, if I'm not mistaken. Insane. He's on the watch list. He was almost on the watch list, but he did lose to Umar, so you have to win in order to get on the watch list. So he finally made it. Congrats to the youngin from Kazakhstan. So proud of him. So I had him by decision. He did a first round KO. I'll take it. On to the next one, though, we had Daniel Santos defeating Jung Young Lee. Kind of seemed like a war more so in the beginning. Jung Young Lee just has no striking defense. He literally was just swinging out there, and it was so crazy. It was a close fight, though, honestly. He still had some moments and everything. So we'll see what happens with that. I had Santos by decision, which was awesome. I think it was 29-28 across, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, Santos by decision. On to the next fight, we have Marc-Andre Barriault defeating Bruno Silva. I was watching the whole fight up until the KO. I looked away for 1 second, and then Bruno Silva's dead. I did have Marc-Andre Barriault first round KO. Kind of like I was saying, it was giving me that race and Krylov's vibe where, like, you know, both these guys, all it takes is one, so paid off. Marc-Andre Barriault, I think he hit him with some elbows. He got stretchered off, so prayers to him. Hopefully he recovers Bruno Silva. Hopefully he retires at this point. You know, like I was saying in the preview, he just doesn't look the same anymore since that Pereira loss. And he didn't even get KO'd. He just took a lot of damage. But, yeah, best of luck with him. On to the next fight, we had Navajo Sterling defeating Ivan Urslan. Urslan looked pretty decent in the beginning, but Sterling kind of got around it, started using his range a little better. I'm not sold on the Sterling guy. I think he's kind of trash, if I'm not mistaken. So, interesting fight. Not really. I was bored. But, yeah, Urslan kind of made it close in the beginning. I thought Sterling really was going to get that finish at the end. He just couldn't do it, dude. I think he might be allergic to finishes or something. Who knows? But either way, moving on to the next fight, we had. Oh, wait, what did I have for Sterling fight? Didn't I have Sterling decision? I think I did. No, I think I had him. What did I have him? What did I have him? Oh, yeah, I had second round KO. I knew that was going to backfire. If he couldn't even finish Tokos, he wasn't going to finish Ivan Urslan, but it is what it is. And then up until that point, I was 4-0 on the fighters, at least I predicted correctly, so that was pretty cool. But on to the next fight, we have Modestas Bukauskas versus Ion Kutadelaba. It was a tough fight to predict. I bet Ion a second round KO. Bukauskas got it done, so what was it? They went to decision. Yeah, it was split decision. Oh yeah, this was a robbery. I remember this now. I don't know what these scorecards were. How do you give Modestas Bukauskas? Oh man, what was it? Oh, I can't even remember the rounds. Yeah, I'm not in a good headspace right now, but trying to remember. But yeah, that was a robbery. I don't know how they kind of just like let that go, but whatever. Oh, I missed, bro. Yeah, so I had Ion second round KO. Instead, he got robbed. But either way, it was a somewhat entertaining fight. I just missed a 5 footer. That's absolutely crazy. Uh, right, on to the next fight that I had. Or Jasmine Jasudavicius defeating Andrade. I had Jasudavicius by decision. Um, she made it look easy. This is absolutely crazy. Jessica Andrade is like such a shell of herself now. And like I get it, it's at flyweight and everything, but it's a shame, man. I can't believe Andrade is only 33 years old because she goes out there, she fights like she's 38. You know, it's crazy, but still a legend of the sport, whatever. Jasudavicius is now top 10 of flyweight, easily the most stacked women's division, no doubt about that. So, shout out to Jasmine for getting it done. The Canadians, man, were kind of rolling, um, but they weren't undefeated, I believe. No, but I had Jasmine by decision. Instead, she does a first round submission. Next one. Mike Malott defeating Charles Radke in the second round KO. I think I missed this if I wasn't mistaken. I don't think I watched that fight or was trying to, got distracted. I don't know, something happened, but yeah, it's a tough one, man. I did bet Malott, so technically that's a win. Bet him by decision. He did in the second round KO, but I'm a big fan of Chuck Buffalo, man, and Malott's a fraud. I still will never forgive him after that Neil Magny fight. Or maybe I can, but like he needs to win a few more times, you know. But yeah, it was tough, but I technically got it right in terms of the fighter. I thought Malott was just gonna walk away with the robbery, but instead, I think we got to start questioning the chin of Charles Radke because even though it looked like a decent shot, it was still like, eh. Like, I don't know. This guy might not go too far because of that durability. But either way, tough scene. On to the next fight, we have Benoit Saint Denis defeating Kyle Propolek by second round sub. I had Saint Denis first round KO. I thought he would make it look easy. I'm not saying I'm big on Saint Denis. Think he's. I think this has really shown how mediocre he is, man. I'm just devastated. This is kind of crazy. Like I thought he was still going to float around that top 10, top 15. I think he's going to get pushed out of rankings the next fight, if not the fight after that. So we'll see what happens, man. But yeah, tough for Saint Denis. Um, in terms of like having any stock, whatever. But he still got the finish in second round sub. He didn't get a 10-8 round when people thought he should have in that first, but I mean, ah, guess he was attacking subs, but it's just like I don't know. I think 10-8 rounds are more like you gotta like really damage them, you know. But either way, I get it. So, um, on to the next fight though. Uh, Oh, this is a good fight. I'm actually excited to talk about this fight. Natalia Silva defeating Alexa Grasso. Like I said, love both these queens, honestly. Oh man, such a shame that one of them had to lose, but the one that we wanted won. So I had Silva by decision. I didn't think she was really gonna knock out Grasso. Grasso has pretty solid durability. Um, Natalia Silva just, some people think it's boring, and I kind of understand, but just kind of always on the outside foot, always shuffling away from the cage. She's very versatile, man. That front or side kick to the face to Grasso in the first round was nasty, landed flush. Like she is so good, honestly. I I should have bet this. I was going to bet this, but my phone died and it was a whole thing. And I was going to lay some serious money on her because that's how good she is. So shout out to her. She's the real flyweight goat that's about to come. Blanche Magomedov, who? Kate Macy Barber, who? Who's the other one? Grasso, who? Shevchenko, who? I don't care anymore. It's Natalia Silva's title reign. She's gonna be the GOAT unless she just retires early, and I don't blame her just because, you know, why waste your time? But you know what I mean? It is what it is. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So I got that perfectly correct, which is cool. On to the next one. This one hurts to talk about. Ayman Zahabi defeating Jose Aldo by decision. I had Aldo third round KO. I missed most of the fight, but I did see a lot of people say it was robbery. Aldo should have won the first two. And he was winning in the third up until he went for that takedown. Just ended up on the ground looking helpless. Then Zahabi started landing some nasty ground pound shots. But that soccer kick was crazy that he landed on Zahabi. But yeah, that is horrible. I don't even want to blow a gasket going off about the Jose Aldo thing and how they gave him 3 prospects when he returned, how they did him dirty. And not only that, they robbed him in a decision. And what they probably knew was his last fight. I am mad. I cannot believe it. I'm not going to get into it, but that makes me so angry. Whatever. Next fight, got perfectly correct. Shevchenko defeating Fiorot by decision. Another really close fight. Shevchenko definitely took the first. I think Fiorot definitely took the fourth. Shevchenko took the fifth. I think those were the rounds I mainly saw, if I can remember, but got that right. Shevchenko, watch out, because you're about to get destroyed by Natalia Silva, so doesn't even matter. But congrats on passing Fiorot, because a lot of people thought that that was going to be your downfall originally. She did it. Good for her. On to the next fight. Banger of a fight. Insane. Probably second best title fight of the year, maybe the first. There was another really good one this year too, actually, that I'm not thinking of. No, I think, yeah. Oh no, Volkan Lopez is really good too, actually. Okay, so definitely top 3. I think it's this one, Umar Merab, and Volkan Lopez. This fight was low-key such a war. Both of these guys have insane durability. Bilal Muhammad lost to Jack Del Maddalena, unanimous decision, 49-46, 2 48-47s. I had a 48-47, insanely close fight. I had a 48-47 JDM. I think the only round you can really, I feel like really confidently give JDM, and I haven't rewatched it yet, but like, is round 5. I think 1 through 4 was so close, but I think like little moments and a little more power coming on the JDM side, you know, swayed in terms of different. I don't know though, because I had 3 and 4 for Bilal. I had 1 and 2 JDM as well as the 5th, so I had 48-47. Like I was saying in my preview video, I had to hedge with the JDM win. Thankfully I did, because all the fights that I should have bet on that I didn't because my phone died or whatever that I would have got correctly, I didn't bet. And most of the ones I did bet on, I lost money outside the very early ones. So for me to hedge with the JDM money line instead of the Muhammad 5th round submission, that was awesome. I'm so excited though. I think not really for this, but I think in a way welterweight's going to be a revolving door for the next few years. I mean, there are 3 or 4 guys I can see definitely holding the belt, and then there's like 2 or 3 that I'm like, okay, they're like right there, like we just don't know yet. So welterweight's about to be pretty crazy in that regard. I think Bilal's never going to get a title shot again. He should have shot more takedowns. Not saying if he would have won, because JDM's takedown defense has drastically improved since the Basso Hafez fight. His bottom game is actually pretty solid too, not in terms of offense, but in terms of defense, again, back up. Very impressed with him. I think he poses problems with most, if not all, these guys. I think the worst matchup for him is still Sean Brady. However, yeah, I think him and Shavkat's like a 50-50 fight. Maybe I lean, at this point, I may even lean JDM like very, very slightly, which is so crazy for me to say, but he just looked that good. So I'm very, very excited to see how welterweight's gonna look. But unfortunately, we have to see the Islam fight, which is still a really, really fun fight. But it takes away from that insane lightweight matchup of him and Taporia, and it stalls out welterweight even more. So there might be a world where we're gonna have to see a Brady versus Shavkat, which now I'm kind of down for. Like I was trying to spoil these guys by saying, Shavkat gets next, and then Brady gets after, and then, Buckley deserves it if he beats Usman type thing. But now we're gonna have to have these guys fight, which is insane for Buckley too, because Buckley's gonna probably have to face an Ian Gary um, after this, even though if he beats Usman, like I feel like that's title shot like warranted, especially considering the run he's been on. But we'll see. A lot can change in the division. Um, as for, I don't want to get too off topic here, but for Islam, if we're stripping Taporia, let's strip Islam. We know he's not making 155 again if he balloons up to 170. There's no shot, and if he does, there's a good chance that JDM is gonna beat him. So we'll see what happens there, but either way, 9 of 12 went correct, 4 of them perfect. Mid card, I wasn't even paying attention, and I bought this. That's how much of a sucker for the UFC I am. But either way, YouTube, I'm done. I'm out. Good night.